see a being emerging from this entranceway, and above him, you look carefully, you'll see the two eyes of the serpent and the mouth, and in the mouth is the X, or the ancient symbol for space in general. One of the interesting things, we'll see this symbol of X again on the lid of the tomb of Lord Pakal in Palenque. And we'll see it depicted in other forms of art, which are talking to us about an entranceway. We see here in this image of Shibalba, where Hunalne, or the first father, first corn revealed, is in discourse or in debate with some of the Molantiku, or the lords of the underworld. And we'll see that he's seated upon a serpent who has his mouth open. And on the top, this is where the first father is seated, and we'll see in the serpent's eye as the X, and the Mayan symbol for space. You can see from this photograph taken by NASA of a cross out in space, and it's very interesting that the Mayan would have used that symbol itself to represent space. Now, what else is important? The mirror is a concept that is very ancient. We have the concept of Quetzalcoatl, which is in the Mexicato language, the feathered serpent, and his opposing side, Tezcatlipoca, which roughly translated means the smoking mirror. The smoking mirror is our own mind, which is fogged over by our illusions and our concepts and our misthoughts. Complete loss of reference to what's real and what's our illusion. So we can't see clearly, and we can't reflect the clear mind, that innate wisdom that doesn't require thinking knows. When you clear away that smoke, when you realize that you're wearing masks, right, when you take that mask off, then you've cleared the smoking mirror, and you can transform from the state of Tezcatlipoca to the state of Quetzalcoatl, or the feathered serpent. It's said that when the great serpents would reach old age, imagine a rattlesnake 40 to 50 years old, when it would reach 52 years old, it would transform its poison into feathers, and then it could fly off. I've been among the Hopi when they speak of the successful end to the snake dance, when the great rainbow serpent, the great feathered serpent comes and flies off. I've spoken to elders in the in Yucatan and Chiapas, and who've spoken of seeing serpents that fly. 3 years ago in India, I spoke with a lama who told me several elders that he knew back in Tibet who had seen the back portions and the tails of dragons in mist in the valleys, and another gentleman in Tibet who had fallen into this cave and for I believe it was over 3 days was taken care of by a dragon who said would approach him with a gem, a wish-fulfilling gem in his hand, and when the Tibetan gentleman would put that gem near his mouth and he would put his tongue on it and lick it, he would no longer be hungry or be thirsty, and he said for 3 days he lived in the lair of this dragon. And this is from modern times, and this is told by monks who aren't known to be liars. So the feathered serpent is a very ancient motif. It's something we see in Asia as well as in Mesoamerica, and how it relates to the mirror aspect is that when you go away from your Tezcatlipoca aspect, and you clear away the fog and you see your clear mind and you can reflect clearly, then you can transform your own poisons, right, into feathers. Fly, take yourself lightly, get rid of anger and jealousy and self-judgment and the judgment of others. The 3 very important poisons to try to eliminate, maybe even from today on, is judging, always having to know why, and comparison. You know, we're sitting somewhere, we're having a wonderful time watching a sunset, and oh yeah, this reminds me of that one time when, or you're having a nice drive somewhere, and oh yeah, this reminds me of that time when you're not in the moment. When you're in Rome, you're talking about Playa del Carmen, and in Playa del Carmen, you're talking about that time you went to Amsterdam. You gotta put the brakes on, even if it's just for moments at a time, and try to clean up that inner mirror and make that transformation.